Welcome to Haunted Histories, where we explore the most eerie and fascinating locations around the world. Today, we're delving into the dark past and haunted present of Eastern State Penitentiary, one of America's most notorious prisons. From groundbreaking penal reform to chilling hauntings, this site has it all. Stick around to uncover its secrets and hear the tales that still echo through its halls. Eastern State Penitentiary, located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, stands as a monumental structure in American penal history. Opened in 1829, it was designed by architect John Haviland and was considered one of the most advanced prisons of its time. The prison's design was based on the Pennsylvania system, which emphasized solitary confinement and reflection as means of rehabilitation. This radical approach aimed to reform prisoners through isolation and penance, hence the term penitentiary. The architecture featured 7 cell blocks radiating from a central hub, resembling a wagon wheel, which allowed guards to monitor all areas from a single location. Each cell had a small exercise yard and a skylight, referred to as the Eye of God, intended to inspire penitence. The massive stone walls and imposing guard towers added to the prison's fortress-like appearance, making escape nearly impossible. Eastern State was one of the most expensive buildings of its time, costing nearly $780,000 to construct. Its design and philosophy influenced over 300 prisons worldwide, setting a new standard for incarceration facilities. The first prisoner, Charles Williams, was admitted on October 25, 1829, for theft, marking the beginning of the prison's operational history. The initial years saw strict enforcement of solitary confinement, with prisoners spending 23 hours a day in their cells. They were provided with work like shoemaking or weaving, which they could do in isolation. This system, however, soon showed its flaws, as many inmates suffered severe psychological effects due to prolonged isolation. Despite the intentions of reform, reports of mental illness, suicide, and extreme despair among inmates began to surface. The rigid system also led to numerous disciplinary measures, including the use of devices like the iron gag and the hole, a dark, underground cell for punishment. By the late 19th century, overcrowding and the impracticality of solitary confinement led to changes in the prison's operations. The strict solitary confinement system was eventually abandoned, and Eastern State transitioned to a more conventional prison model. Over its 142 years of operation, Eastern State Penitentiary housed some of America's most notorious criminals, including Al Capone and Willie Sutton. The prison closed in 1971, leaving behind a legacy of innovation and controversy in the history of incarceration. Eastern State Penitentiary was home to some of America's most infamous criminals, whose stories add to the prison's mystique. One of the most well-known inmates was Al Capone, the notorious Chicago gangster. Capone was imprisoned at Eastern State from 1929 to 1930 for carrying a concealed weapon. Unlike the other inmates, Capone's cell was lavishly furnished, complete with fine rugs, a cabinet radio, and high-quality furniture. This special treatment highlighted the influence and reach of Capone's power even behind bars. Another notorious inmate was Willie Sutton, a famous bank robber known for his numerous escape attempts. Sutton was involved in a daring escape in 1945, when he and 11 other inmates managed to dig a tunnel out of the prison. The tunnel was discovered after one of the escapees mentioned it during a drunken conversation in a bar. Sutton's escape attempt, although ultimately unsuccessful, became one of the most legendary stories in the prison's history. In addition to these famous criminals, Eastern State housed countless other inmates, each with their own unique stories. Some were petty criminals, while others were hardened felons serving long sentences. The prison's strict regime and harsh conditions left a lasting impact on many of these individuals. The stories of lesser-known inmates, such as Victor "Babe" Andreoli, who was involved in the same escape attempt as Sutton, add depth to the prison's history. Andreoli, a skilled plaster worker, played a crucial role in constructing the tunnel used in the escape. His story, like many others, is a testament to the ingenuity and desperation of those confined within Eastern State's walls. The prison also held inmates like Pep, the cat-murdering dog, a black Labrador retriever allegedly sentenced to life for killing the governor's cat. While this story is likely more myth than fact, It illustrates the intriguing and often bizarre tales that surround Eastern State. The diverse range of inmates and their stories contribute to the rich tapestry of the prison's history. Each inmate's experience at Eastern State reflects the broader themes of punishment, reform, and the human capacity for resilience. The notoriety of some inmates and the tragic tales of others continue to captivate those who learn about Eastern State Penitentiary. These stories serve as a poignant reminder of the prison's complex legacy and the individuals who lived and suffered within its walls. Eastern State Penitentiary is not only known for its architectural and historical significance, but also for its reputation as one of the most haunted places in America. The prison's long and often brutal history has left behind a legacy of ghostly legends and paranormal activity. Many believe that the spirits of former inmates still roam the dark, decaying corridors of the prison. One of the most famous ghost stories involves Al Capone, who reportedly experienced haunting visions of James Clark, a victim of the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Capone allegedly claimed that Clark's ghost tormented him during his time at Eastern State, causing him great distress. Another well-known haunting is that of Cell Block 12, where visitors and staff have reported hearing eerie laughter and ghostly whispers. Cell Block 6 is also notorious for its paranormal activity, with sightings of shadowy figures and sudden drops in temperature. The prison's death row, known as the Hole, is said to be one of the most active areas for ghostly encounters. Many believe that the tormented souls of those who were subjected to the harshest punishments remain trapped within its confines. The stories of spectral sightings and unexplained phenomena have been investigated by numerous paranormal researchers and television shows. Programs like Ghost Hunters, Ghost Adventures, and Most Haunted have all explored the eerie halls of Eastern State. These investigations have captured compelling evidence of paranormal activity, including EVPs, mysterious shadows, and unexplained noises. The haunted reputation of Eastern State has made it a popular destination for ghost hunters and thrill seekers alike. Special events, such as the annual Terror Behind the Walls haunted attraction, draw thousands of visitors each year. These events transform the prison into a terrifying haunted house, complete with actors and special effects designed to create a spine-chilling experience. Despite the theatrics, many visitors report experiencing genuine paranormal encounters during these events. The haunted history of Eastern State adds a layer of intrigue and mystery to its already fascinating narrative. The tales of ghostly apparitions and strange occurrences continue to captivate and terrify those who dare to explore the prison. The combination of historical significance and paranormal activity makes Eastern State Penitentiary a truly unique and compelling sight. The stories of hauntings serve as a reminder of the prison's dark past and the enduring impact of its history. Whether one believes in ghosts or not, the eerie atmosphere and chilling tales of Eastern State are undeniable. The haunted reputation of the prison ensures that its legacy will continue to intrigue and haunt the public for years to come. The experiences of visitors and residents of Eastern State Penitentiary over the years add another layer to its rich history. Many former guards and staff members have shared their own tales of eerie encounters and strange happenings. Some have reported hearing disembodied voices and footsteps echoing through the empty corridors. Others have seen shadowy figures darting out of the corner of their eyes or felt unexplained cold spots. These first-hand accounts contribute to the prison's reputation as a hotspot for paranormal activity. Visitors to the site have also reported their own unsettling experiences. Many have felt an overwhelming sense of dread or unease while exploring the cell blocks. Some have captured mysterious figures or orbs in photographs taken within the prison. The stories of these visitors, combined with those of former staff, create a compelling narrative of ghostly activity at Eastern State. In addition to paranormal experiences, visitors often describe a profound sense of history when walking through the prison. The crumbling walls and decaying cells serve as a stark reminder of the harsh realities of early penal systems. Guided tours offer insights into the daily lives of prisoners, the conditions they endured, and the history of the prison itself. The knowledgeable guides bring the stories of Eastern State to life, providing context and depth to the visitor experience. One particularly notable aspect of visiting Eastern State is the ability to explore the prison at one's own pace. The audio tour, narrated by Steve Buscemi, provides a comprehensive and engaging overview of the site's history. Interactive exhibits allow visitors to delve deeper into specific aspects of the prison's past. These exhibits include artifacts, photographs, and first-hand accounts from former inmates and staff. The combination of guided and self-guided tours ensures that visitors have a rich and immersive experience. The prison also offers special tours and events that focus on specific themes, such as its haunted history or role in penal reform. These events often include behind-the-scenes access to areas not typically open to the public. The opportunity to explore these hidden spaces adds an extra layer of excitement and intrigue to the visit. The experiences of visitors to Eastern State Penitentiary highlight the enduring fascination with this historic site. Whether drawn by its haunted reputation, historical significance, or architectural grandeur, visitors leave with a lasting impression. The stories shared by former staff, combined with the personal experiences of visitors, create a multifaceted narrative of Eastern State. These experiences ensure that the prison remains a compelling and engaging destination for years to come. The combination of history, hauntings, and personal stories creates a unique and unforgettable visitor experience. Eastern State Penitentiary was founded on the principles of the penal reform movement of the early 19th century. Reformers such as John Haviland and members of the Philadelphia Society for Alleviating the Miseries of Public Prisons envisioned a prison system that would rehabilitate rather than simply punish inmates. The idea was that solitary confinement would lead prisoners to reflect on their crimes and find penitence, hence the term penitentiary. This philosophy marked a significant shift from the brutal and inhumane treatment of prisoners common in earlier times. The emphasis was on solitude and silence, with the belief that isolation would lead to moral and spiritual rehabilitation. The design of Eastern State, with its individual cells and skylights, was intended to support this goal. However, the reality of solitary confinement often led to severe psychological distress among inmates. Despite the noble intentions, the harsh conditions of isolation took a heavy toll on prisoners' mental health. Reports of insanity, depression, and suicide were not uncommon, highlighting the darker side of the reform movement. The strict regime of silence and solitude was enforced with rigorous discipline, and any violation of the rules was met with severe punishment. The use of the iron gag and the hole were part of the strict disciplinary measures to maintain order. Over time, the effectiveness and humanity of such measures were increasingly questioned. Critics argued that the extreme isolation was more punitive than rehabilitative. By the late 19th century, the flaws in the solitary confinement model became apparent, and the system began to evolve. Reforms were introduced to allow more interaction between prisoners and more humane treatment. The prison's role in the broader penal reform movement is a significant part of its history. It served as a model for other prisons around the world, influencing the design and operation of penal institutions globally. The legacy of Eastern State Penitentiary's reform efforts continues to spark debate about the balance between punishment and rehabilitation in the criminal justice system. Today, the museum at Eastern State includes exhibits that explore the history of penal reform and the impact of solitary confinement. Visitors can learn about the evolution of prison systems and the ongoing challenges of criminal justice reform. The story of Eastern State Penitentiary serves as a powerful reminder of the complexities and consequences of attempts to reform the penal system. Eastern State Penitentiary has also become a significant site for art and cultural events. The stark, decaying architecture provides a unique backdrop for artistic expression. One of the most notable art installations is The Ghost Cats by artist Linda Brenner. This installation features 39 cast plaster cats placed throughout the prison, symbolizing the colony of cats that lived on the grounds after its closure. The art installations at Eastern State are designed to provoke thought and reflection on the prison's history and its impact on society. Artists from around the world have contributed to these exhibits, bringing diverse perspectives to the site's narrative. Another powerful installation is Prisoner Art, by various inmates who have created artwork while incarcerated. These pieces offer a personal and poignant glimpse into the lives and thoughts of prisoners. The prison also hosts temporary art exhibits and cultural events, attracting visitors interested in contemporary art and history. These installations and events help to keep the history of Eastern State Penitentiary relevant and engaging for modern audiences. The blending of art and history creates a dynamic and multifaceted experience for visitors. The use of the prison as an artistic venue also raises important questions about the intersection of punishment, rehabilitation, and creativity. Many of the art pieces address themes of confinement, justice, and the human spirit, resonating deeply with the prison's history. The cultural significance of Eastern State has grown over the years, with the site becoming a hub for artistic and social commentary. The prison's unique architecture and atmosphere provide a compelling canvas for artists to explore complex themes. The art exhibits often include interactive elements, encouraging visitors to engage with the prison's history in new and meaningful ways. These installations help to foster a deeper understanding of the prison's impact and the broader issues of criminal justice and reform. The collaboration between the Prison Museum and contemporary artists has resulted in a vibrant and thought-provoking cultural space. The art installations and events have become an integral part of the Eastern State experience, drawing visitors who might not otherwise be interested in a historical site. This blend of art and history has helped to ensure the continued relevance and importance of Eastern State Penitentiary. The site serves as a powerful reminder of the human stories behind the walls and the ongoing dialogue about justice and reform. The cultural events and art exhibits continue to attract a diverse audience, enriching the public's understanding of the prison's legacy. Preserving Eastern State Penitentiary has been a monumental task, requiring extensive resources and careful planning. The prison's age and the harsh conditions have led to significant deterioration over the years. Efforts to stabilize and restore the site began in the late 1980s, spearheaded by the Eastern State Penitentiary Historic Site Incorporated. The initial focus was on making the site safe for visitors while preserving its historical integrity. This involved extensive structural repairs, including reinforcing walls and roofs, repairing water damage, and stabilizing the decaying cell blocks. One of the key challenges has been balancing preservation with accessibility. The goal is to maintain the prison's historical authenticity while making it accessible and engaging for visitors. The restoration process has also uncovered new historical artifacts and insights, adding to the site's rich narrative. Preservationists have worked to retain the preserved ruined state of the prison, which allows visitors to experience the site as it was when it was abandoned. This approach has been both challenging and rewarding, as it requires careful maintenance and ongoing conservation efforts. The preservation work is funded through a combination of ticket sales, donations, and grants. The site has received support from various organizations dedicated to historic preservation and education. The involvement of the local community and volunteers has been crucial to the preservation efforts. Community engagement programs help to raise awareness and support for the ongoing work at Eastern State. The preservation of Eastern State Penitentiary is not just about maintaining a historical site, but also about honoring the stories and lives of those who were incarcerated there. The challenges of preserving such a large and complex site are significant, but the rewards are equally great. The efforts ensure that future generations can learn from and reflect on this important piece of history. The preservation work also serves as a model for other historic sites facing similar challenges. The lessons learned at Eastern State have informed preservation practices and approaches at other historic prisons and structures. The ongoing efforts have transformed Eastern State from a decaying ruin into a vibrant educational and cultural resource. The preservation of Eastern State Penitentiary is a testament to the dedication and passion of those committed to maintaining this historic site. The work continues, with new projects and initiatives aimed at furthering the site's mission of education and preservation. The challenges of preserving Eastern State Penitentiary are ongoing, but the commitment to this important work remains steadfast. The site stands as a powerful reminder of the past and a beacon of hope for the future of historic preservation. Eastern State Penitentiary has gained significant attention in popular media, further cementing its status as a cultural and historical icon. The prison has been featured in numerous television shows, documentaries, and films. One of the most notable appearances was on the television show Ghost Hunters, where investigators explored the prison's haunted reputation. The episode brought widespread attention to the site's paranormal activity and historical significance. Eastern State has also been featured on shows like Ghost Adventures, Paranormal Lockdown, and Most Haunted. These shows have highlighted the prison's eerie atmosphere and ghostly legends, attracting a new audience interested in the paranormal. The prison's unique architecture and haunting stories have made it a popular location for filmmakers as well. It has been used as a backdrop in movies such as Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, and 12 Monkeys. The site's imposing structure and decaying interior provide a dramatic setting for various genres of film and television. Documentaries have also explored the prison's history and impact, offering in-depth looks at its construction, notorious inmates, and role in penal reform. The inclusion of Eastern State in popular media has helped to raise awareness of its historical and cultural significance. The media exposure has also driven tourism, with many visitors coming to see the famous prison featured on their favorite shows. The portrayal of Eastern State in popular media often emphasizes its haunted reputation, adding to the mystique and allure of the site. This focus on the paranormal has both positive and negative implications for the site's public perception. While it attracts a broad audience, it can sometimes overshadow the important historical and educational aspects of the prison. The site's administrators have worked to balance the interest in its haunted past with its role as a historical and educational institution. Special events and programs often address both the paranormal and historical narratives of the prison. The media spotlight has also brought attention to the preservation efforts and the importance of maintaining such historic sites. The increased visibility has helped to garner support and funding for ongoing preservation projects. Eastern State Penitentiary's role in popular media continues to evolve, reflecting its enduring fascination and significance. The prison's portrayal in television, film, and documentaries ensures that its stories reach a wide and diverse audience. The ongoing media presence keeps Eastern State relevant in the public eye, highlighting both its haunted allure and its historical importance. Visiting Eastern State Penitentiary offers a unique and immersive experience for guests. The prison's imposing architecture and eerie atmosphere create a powerful first impression. Guided tours are available, led by knowledgeable docents who provide detailed insights into the prison's history and hauntings. Visitors can explore the various cell blocks, including the infamous solitary confinement cells. One of the highlights is Al Capone's cell, which has been restored to reflect the luxurious accommodations he enjoyed during his imprisonment. The interactive exhibits allow visitors to engage with the history of the prison and the stories of its inmates. Special tours focus on specific aspects of the prison's history, such as its role in penal reform or its haunted reputation. Nighttime tours and events, like the popular Terror Behind the Walls Halloween event, provide a thrilling and spine-chilling experience. These events transform the prison into a haunted attraction, with actors and special effects creating a truly terrifying experience. The museum's exhibits and programs are designed to be both informative and thought-provoking, encouraging visitors to reflect on the complex issues of justice and punishment. The visitor experience at Eastern State Penitentiary is enriched by the site's commitment to accessibility and engagement. The staff work diligently to ensure that all visitors have a meaningful and enjoyable visit. The feedback from visitors is overwhelmingly positive, with many expressing a profound sense of awe and reflection. The immersive nature of the tours and exhibits helps to create a lasting impact on those who visit. The prison's combination of historical education and haunted intrigue provides a unique and compelling visitor experience. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Eastern State Penitentiary. From its innovative beginnings to its haunted reputation, this historic site continues to captivate and educate. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into haunted histories. Until next time, stay curious and stay haunted.